Alright guys, today I have by Altadis USA, Casa de Garcia. It's a cheap smoke made by the huge company. Has a CG and a little tobacco leaf, Casa de Garcia. Tabacalera de Garcia says on the bottom. It is, they call this one Belicoso, even though it's big. Usually I guess Belicosos are smaller. It's 52 by 6 1/8. This is a Maduro. A real dark color. But it's not one uniform color. There's like splotches of different colors in there. And real rustic, you know. Definitely not perfect. Has a lot of little imperfections. Lots of gaps. And you know, dents and protrusions and a lot of tooth. It's smooth but it has tooth. It's hard to explain. It's got a lot of bumps. See, it's got a lot of gaps. I'll show you guys. Let's see there. Give you guys an idea. The filler tobacco is real nice, real dark color. It's a nice. Oh, the foot smells real nice. It's a real soft, like a grassy, like a farm smell. So the filler is Honduran and Dominican, long filler of course, Connecticut broadleaf binder, and Maduro Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. These are the same company that makes Montecristo and Romeo y Julieta, A. Chapman. So this is a figurado, like a torpedo. So for the first time I punched it for the first time in a long time. It's been a while since I have a figurado, a torpedo. Excuse me. It's actually been a while since I've smoked a cigar. Been about 3 weeks. But check out my my cigar sampler video that I posted the same day I posted this, so you guys can see what's up and coming, what I have in stock, what I'll be reviewing soon. Getting something very different right away. Something I've never had before. Taste can't put a name on it. It's very. Let's see if. I'm not getting a ton of smoke, but it's advertised as being mild and sweet. I'm not getting any sweetness. You can say it's mild, but I'm not getting sweetness. It's has like a earth flavor, like a dirt, like a deep earth. I got a lot more smoke there. Got thicker. Yeah, it tastes like a bitter dark chocolate with no sweetness and a lot of earth, like ground, like terra, like earth, just dirt. It's like really, really old earth. That's what I'm getting out of this. No sweetness. The secondhand smoke smells real nice. It's real mellow. It has a real simplistic band, as you guys can see. You know, I'm always telling you guys I love nice, elaborate bands. This one's real simple. And, you know, it makes you think it's going to be a real cheap, you know, crappy cigar. But that remains to be seen. What I can say, and I can judge right there, is the glue went onto the wrapper. Real sloppy job. I mean, they just slapped some glue on there. A whole bunch. And you can see the shininess. I mean, the wrapper's covered in glue. It's not a big deal, but hey, if you smoke it this far, you're going to be smoking glue. And when you take it off, it might take a chunk of the wrapper with it. which is never good. But it's not a big deal. I mean, the company that makes this, I mean, is enormous. I mean, they personally make Monte Carlo, Romeo y Julieta, A. Chapman, Trinidad, among others, including this. But individually, they grow tobacco for other companies. Like it goes into Padron, Monte Cristo, Macanudo, among others. They also make A to rent cigars. And they have thousands of acres and thousands of employees. So this company is definitely in the top. And kind of like let's say like here we have like Fiat. I mean, they own Fiat, GM, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler. I mean, they own all the big boys. The other one would be General Cigar Co. That they own, I guess, Partagas. And I think Macanudo too. Okay, I'm getting a... This is very strange. I'm getting like a metallic... Like when you bite a piece of metal that's not like treated. Like not like a spoon. But like a raw piece of metal, and you get that real acid, like sting of acid. It tastes like you bit, like when you bite metal. I don't know if you guys know what that tastes like. It's like a real sharp bitterness, like, you know, biting metal, or like when your tongue tastes the metal. That's what I'm getting, real strong, like an acid, like a chemical acidy, you know, weird taste. It's not bad. It's just very strange. I mean, I guess it's too early to say that it's not good. I mean, this was dirt cheap. I think this was probably $3 a stick. I don't even know. My dad bought them. He gave me one to try. But yeah, I'm still getting that real sharp, like acid chemical. It's still real deep flavor. You know, like a deep earth. No sweetness, like they said it has. Has no sweetness at all. It's like a real acid, bitter zing. Hard to describe. Best way to describe it is when you ever bite a piece of metal. Not something that's treated like a spoon or a fork, but something. This is like raw metal. And the bitterness lingers. And it's still there. I'll show you guys the burn line. The burn line, it's like opening up. It's like expanding right here on the rim. It's getting chunkier. Has like a lip. It's not a big deal. But that's because the wrapper's not put on real tight. It's like real loose, ununiformed wrapping. But it's not a big deal. I mean, so far I'm just getting that metallic bitterness. Like an acidity. The secondhand smoke is real pleasant. The secondhand smoke smells chocolatey and sweet, but that's not what I'm getting out of the actual filtered. I mean, not filtered, but the actual smoke. I'm not getting any chocolate or sweetness. It's smooth. The smoke itself, the quality of smoke is smooth. They also make this in Sumatra and Connecticut. This is the Maduro version. This is my first one. I mean, immediately I get a really strong acidity. It's not great at all. It tastes very, very synthetic, very acidic, very metallic, you know, like chemical. I don't know, like hard to explain. Real, it just tastes like, reminds me like a factory. Like they got nuts and bolts and chemicals and acid, threw it into a cigar and wrapped it all up, and this is what you get. Metallic, acidic. I've never said that or tasted that in any other cigar. I mean, I wonder what it is. Maybe they threw some chemical on it, or I don't know. Definitely not what they advertise it as. I mean, the only truth to it is, I guess, the mild. But the harshness, yeah, gives it the impression that it's a medium body, at the least. Even though the profile still kind of is medium, it feels like you're having at least a medium body just because it's so harsh. You can see the flame dies off real quick. I gotta keep puffing, and I have to give it a few puffs to relight it. And see the burn lines going all crazy there. If something doesn't change, I can tell you right now, guys, I will not finish this cigar. Probably won't even do a part 2. I'll keep the video running just to see if maybe something changes, because it's smoking rather quickly. But then again, on the website they said it's very consistent. Hopefully they lied about that too, so it'll change. But yeah, I want to cut the cheapy cigars. I want to start reviewing the big boys, the more premium stuff. But I know cheaper cigars are more accessible, and more people smoke them. But I also want to do like maybe a week or 2 weeks of just reviewing top end cigars. I have a Cohiba, Avo, I have an Opus X, Maximus, Diamond Crown. Review some of the big boys. Maybe I already did a Padron. Maybe what else do I have? Airbender. Airbender's not super expensive, but Prensado definitely. Because I want to build my audience. I want to expand my audience, and the way to do that is to review cigars that people know. Like, this is not a super well-known cigar, but definitely with Prensado. I mean, it won Cigar of the Year last year, so people know what it is. I mean, by last year I mean 2011. Because it takes a year for them to find out what it was last year. So this year, the one that won it was, for last year, 2012, it was Flor de las Antillas by my father, which I like, but I still don't agree it being number one. Well, it's for the cigars that came out that year, so maybe, yeah, they have a point. Oh, there's also a new cigar. Newer, I don't know how new it is, but I know it's a new cigar that came out. I'm not sure who makes it. It has a beautiful band. It's blue and gold and white, and it has like a Renaissance Explorer type ships on it. It's called Perla del Mar, Pearl of the Sea. No idea who makes it, but my friend smoked it here last night, and he said I should give it a try. He said it's around $6 a stick. Nice big Churchill size. And my brick and mortar shop sells them, so I'm going to be picking some of those up, try it out. Also, I want to try the Warlock, and I don't know, maybe a God of Fire, a Julius Caesar. And I definitely want to review a Don Carlos by Arturo Fuente, and the Hemingway. Those two are the big boys for the Arturo Fuente line. I love both of them. Don Carlos is my favorite cigar from Arturo Fuente. I've never had any of their cheap cigars. The cheapest one I had was like $12. The Don Carlos Hemingway Opus X. I've never had their cheap, basic, standard line. I got one in the mail today. I did a video. My sampler video shows you. I'll be reviewing that because I've never had that before. I've never had their basic line. So yeah, guys, nothing's changing. I'll probably smoke a good deal of it, more than I should, just because for the sake of smoking a cigar. I mean, it's a hobby. I mean, I love doing it. It's for the enjoyment. You want to have a cigar that you enjoy, but at the same time, you know, it's recreation. It's fun. It's my hobby, and it's fun for me just to smoke a cigar. If it's, I mean, unless it's extremely disgusting, I'll you know, I'll go through with it and smoke it to the end, even if I'm not crazy about it. Just because I haven't smoked a cigar in 3 months. And you know, it would have been nice to start, you know, to come back with a nicer, more pleasant cigar, but you know, I'm enjoying it myself, even though I'm not crazy about this particular cigar. I'll probably smoke more than I would normally. Now I can show you guys. So far, nothing's changed. 16 minutes in. Here's a burn line. It's still very acidic, chemical, metallic, sharp bitterness. I mean, this burn line's crazy. Look at that. I've never seen that before. That's just insane. I have never seen that. It's like tunneling through. Terrible burn line. And oh man, the nasty acidity is getting stronger and stronger. I don't know what the hell they did to this. Maybe it was just a bad cigar. Maybe they're all like that, but very, very unpleasant. Probably be my last one. I might give it another try someday, but not anytime soon. Very bad experience for me. But despite, you know, this being bad for me, maybe you guys, you know, just try it out just to see. Maybe don't get such a big size, get a smaller size, just in case. But yeah, this is quite, to me, this is pretty disgusting. I take back what I said. I'm not going to finish this. Burn line. Look at that. That's almost irreparable because I'm gonna have to look at that. That is the worst burn line I have ever seen, and this has been in my humidor for 2 months. So that's it. It's over. I'm not gonna finish that. That's freaking terrible. Crappy cigar. It's my first and last. That was Casa de Garcia in Maduro. Belicoso size, first and last. Until next time, guys. If you have any requests, let me know.